Over a year since Prime Video's Emmy-winning dramedy The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel took its final bow, one of its stars is returning to the screen for the first time. Michael Zegen, who played Midge Maisel's ex-husband, Joel, is now set to play a down-on-his-luck single father in the heartfelt comedy drama Notice to Quit. The film marks the feature debut of How to with John Wilson producer Simon Hacker and follows Zegen's Andy as he tries desperately to reconnect with his estranged daughter and save his home before he's kicked to the curb. Collider is excited to share the first trailer, which shows that fixing everything won't come easy to him. The footage kicks off with Andy rushing home only to be served notice to quit. His landlord really wants him out, and he needs to close an apartment by the end of the day, or else he'll be homeless. To make matters worse, his 10-year-old daughter, Kasey Suarez, drops by to spend the day with him at the zoo or somewhere fun, only to instead be dragged along on his journey to save himself from the street. His job makes almost no money when he's forced to sell run-down, bafflingly furnished apartments, and things only spiral further out of control when he's threatened by thugs for his appliance theft. To top it all off, his wife wants to move to Florida with his daughter in part to get her away from him. All indications are that Andy hasn't been a particularly good dad, son, husband, or person in general, but the film is all about his attempts to turn that around. Taking inspiration from the all-time classic Paper Moon and Alice in the Cities, Notice to Quit is shot entirely on 35mm throughout all 5 boroughs of New York City as Andy races against the clock to somehow fix everything. Despite his many flaws, heartwarming moments with his daughter, and some advice from his father show there's a better side to him than commonly shown. Navigating the complexities of familial relationships and redemption in the chaotic big city is still a major challenge, no matter how good of a person he really is. At the core of this story, though, it's the bond with his daughter that will push him to be better and try to do better despite the Herculean task ahead of him. Although he hasn't appeared in anything since Mrs. Maisel's story came to a close, Zegen has a lot to look forward to this year between Notice to Quit and a role in Max's The Batman spin-off, The Penguin. His co-star Suarez is similarly riding high, coming off an appearance in You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah and an upcoming turn in the Melissa Barrera-led Your Monster. They're joined by a solid supporting group too, with Isabel Arraiza, Eric Berryman, Robert Klein, Michael Angelo Covino, Victor Verhaeghe, Nell Verloc, Rose Jackson-Smith, Demosthenes Chryson, Willie McGee, and Robert Klein also starring. Hacker both directs and pens his feature debut, which will also be produced by former NBA All-Star Gordon Hayward. Since retiring from the league, Hayward told IndieWire he planned to turn much of his attention toward his and Hacker's Whiskey Creek production banner. Notice to Quit will be the first of likely many films out of their new distribution arm. Joining them as producers are Wyatt McBride and Jordan Drake alongside Covino and Kyle Marvin as executive producers, Emily Kortweg and Lisa Lavaglio as associate producers, and Stephanie Rausch, Bruno Vernasky-Berman, and Matthew H. Wiesner as co-producers. Notice to Quit hits theaters nationwide on September 27th.